Hello my dear students, I welcome you all for today's lecture. We are going to start with linear equations in two variables. Actually, this topic, what the type of questions that are there for your topic are actually the questions. Only the first exercise can be truly called as just an introduction to linear equation in two variables. Even the second exercise is giving you the brief idea of what is the solution of the linear equation in two variables. But if you'll see question number from exercise 4.3, the topic is from coordinate geometry and not from linear equation in two variables. Whatever said and done, let us go with the textbook and try to understand what are they trying to make us learn. See, when it comes to linear equation in two variables means what? See, we have seen polynomials. Polynomials usually are in only one variable. We have seen polynomials like 2x cube plus 3x minus 4 and all these type of polynomials. Many polynomials we have seen, but over here the variable is only one. When there are two equations, actually whenever the equation has two variables, it can be 2x plus 4y is equal to 7, something of this sort. Then there are two variables x and y. Then I say that this is linear equation in two variable. That's all. These are called as linear equation in two variable. They can be of any two, like example minus 3m plus 4n is equal to 0. This also is a linear equation in two variables. Variables are m and n. These are called as linear equations. Linear equations. Why linear? Because their power is 1. They will not be usually 7m square plus 6 cube is equal to 6y cube is equal to minus 8. Like no, they usually will not have powers. So that's why they are linear. They will have power as 1. Equations, because they are an equation having a left hand side and a right hand side. That's why they are called as equations. And in two variables, because they are having two variables. Okay, now let us, in the first exercise what they have done is that I request you all people to carry your textbooks with you, because I am not sure whether you will be able to see this clearly as required. Now coming to this topic, my dear students, see, they are first telling you just an introduction of how the linear equation in two variables is. The cost of notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So when there are two variables in this subject, in this question also you will see there are two different identities. Cost of, now here take the cost of notebook to be x and that of pen to be y. Means there are two different identities. Cost of notebook, remember the identity is not notebook, identity is not pen, identity is cost of notebook, cost of pen. There are two different identities. Cost of notebook is one identity, cost of pen is another identity. That's why for one identity, cost of notebook be equal to x, cost of pen be equal to y. And then they are telling cost of notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So how do I write it? Let the cost of notebook be equal to rupees x, because that is given to us. Let the cost of pen be equal to rupees y. Now see, cost of notebook is means is equal to, cost of notebook is means is equal to what? Twice the cost of a pen. What is the cost of notebook we have taken? Cost of notebook is x. So instead of cost of notebook I will write x. X is equal to twice the cost of a pen. Twice means two times means 2 into. Twice the means 2 times. Thrice the means thrice the means 3 times. 3 into. This is the language of English and maths. Yashpal's height is 4 inches more than mine. 4 inches more than mine, that time you will, if supposing my height is x, the Yashpal's height will not be 4 into x. 4 more means x plus 4. More means plus, less means minus, times means multiplication, ice, thrice, twice means again multiplication. So twice what? Twice the cost of pen. What is the cost of pen? Y. So the equation is, write the equation, x is equal to 2y. This is the equation. So now, according to given information, because this is the information given to you, what is the information? X is equal to 2 into y. This is linear equation. But if supposing if I want to linear equation, because you can see the powers are 1 and then now you have got 2 variables. If you want to write, the usual form of writing linear equation is always x minus 2y is equal to 0. Means everybody should be on the left hand side and on the right hand side we should have 0. This is usual way of writing the linear equation. You can very well write this and end your answer over here, whatever you feel you are comfortable with. Okay. Now going to question number 2. This is actually the introductive part, how they are trying to make you understand how the linear equation is built up. See, this is express the following linear equation using the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is called as a general form. I told you now that usually you should write a linear equation in this form. Everybody on the left hand side, every term on the left hand side, not everybody, every term on the left hand side, on the right hand side you should have a 0. Okay, that is the way of representing linear equation. Okay, so usually now here I will first write it for you all people. General form of linear equation. What is the general form? The linear equation is always, it always looks like ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the way it looks like, where the variables are, remember, x and y. These are the variables. A is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, c is a constant. They are coefficients. Okay, this is the way of writing a linear equation. So now they have given this linear equations to you all people. Express the following linear equations in this form: ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and indicate the values of a, b and c in each case. Indicate means write the values of a, b and c in each case. See, my dear students, you have to be very careful that always the general form is written in the form of plus plus plus. So when I go to compare this with the equation that I have, I should always consider the negative sign. If it is a negative in the equation that I have got, then I should write the negative sign. A is what? A is the coefficient of x. B is what? B is the coefficient of y. Okay. C is a constant. It is a number which doesn't have a variable. Okay. Now let us go forward. Don't worry, as you go forward, try to understand. You will be, they are all very easy. As you go forward understanding the questions, you will find them to be much more easy than what actually it looks like. Okay, now coming to the first question. See, 2x plus 3y is equal to 9.35 bar. Now when the general form is there, in the general form everything is on the left hand side. So right hand side 9.35 bar is there. I will have to shift this 9.35 bar over here. I will get 2x plus 3y. When I shift this 9.35 bar on the left hand side, minus 9.35 bar is equal to 0. Remember, when I shift a term, the sign of the term changes. When I shift a term, remember, shift the word. When I shift a term from anywhere, one left hand side to right hand side, or from right hand side to left hand side, from one side to other side, the sign of the term changes. Okay, only when you shift. So here I have shifted it, the sign of this term 9.35 bar. Whom I have shifted, that will change. Whom I have not shifted, that will not change. So now comparing with what is the general form? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. What is a? A is coefficient of x, 2. What is b? B is coefficient of y, 3. And what is C? C is a constant which is over here, and now I have to consider the sign, minus 9.35 bar. That's all. Finished, my dear student. Go on writing them and solving them in this fashion. Some solutions we will have to do, like for second one, x minus y upon 5 minus 10 is equal to 0. Usually, my dear students, we should not keep any denominator. Now there is only one denominator, thankfully. If there are more than one denominators, then you should take the LCM of those whatever number of denominators are there. I will show you the example of this. At present I have got this. So what is the denominator? 5. Multiply the whole equation, left hand side and right hand side, each and every term by the denominator whatever it is. You should always get rid of denominators. Always get rid of denominators when it comes to linear equations or polynomials also. Okay. So if I want to get rid of this denominator, I will multiply the whole equation by 5. Means I will have to multiply this term by 5. I will have to multiply this term by 5. I will have to multiply this term by 5, and also the right hand side by 10. If there would have been more terms on right hand side, I will multiply all those terms on the right hand side also by 5. So how do I write this? See, I am writing x minus y upon 5 minus, I am taking space just for you to understand. So I will multiply this x also by 5, I will multiply this also by 5, I will multiply this also by 5, and multiply this also by 5. So here now 5 से 5 मर गया. What do I get? 5x minus y minus 50 is equal to 500. Now the denominator is gone. This is the best way of solving, my dear students. Supposing if I have got something of this sort, if this would have been supposing x upon 3 minus y upon 5 minus 10 upon 10 नहीं, हम लोग इसका will change this, 7 upon 2 is equal to 3, something of this sort. Then what I will do, I will find the LCM of all these 3, 5 and 2. Of course the LCM of 3, 5 and 2, now this I know it is going to be 30. But what is the way you have to do that? You have to, whatever the number are there, you have to go on factorizing them together. Whoever is divisible, divide. Who is not divisible, you will have to pull it down, copy it down. So now the LCM is what? 3 5s are 15, 2s are 30. This is the LCM. So I will multiply this whole equation by 30. Means this x upon 3 I will multiply by 30. Y upon 5 also, I will remember signs. I will multiply this also by 30. And this also I will multiply by 30 is equal to 30 into 3. Remember, everything I will have to multiply. This, every term. So now eventually 3 1s are, 3 10s are, 5 1s are, 5 6s are, 2 1s are, 2 15s are. This will multiply. So what do I get? 10x minus 6y. Are you getting this? 6y minus 15 into 7. 7 5s are 35, 7 7 8 9 10, 105 is equal to 90. So eventually all the denominators are gone. This is the best way of solving, my dear students. Okay, don't worry, as we go forward, as we learn forward. So now this is what we have reached. Let us not leave this question. So this is what we have got. 5x minus y minus 50 is equal to 0. So this I will write comparing with what? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to what? A is a coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is 5. B is equal to what? Minus 1. No coefficient means coefficient is 1. Minus 1. C is equal to what? Minus 50. That's all. Okay. So now let us go to the next question. So next question, question number 3. In question number 3, minus 2x. Now I hope, my dear students, you will be able to understand what is going on. 3y is equal to 6. So 6 I will have to shift over here first. If I shift this 6 over here, it will be minus 6 is equal to 0. Now same thing, comparing with what is that, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is what? Coefficient of x minus 2 semicolon. B is what? 3. C is what? Minus 6. That's all. No confusion. Coming to fourth question. X is equal to 3y. I don't want anything on the right hand side. X minus 3y will come over here, sign will change, is equal to 0. Again same thing, comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to what? Coefficient of x. A is coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? No coefficient means 1. B is equal to the coefficient of y. What is the coefficient of y over here? Minus 3. C is not there. That means C is 0. C is equal to 0. Okay. When any coefficient is not there, that means that coefficient has to be 0. Fifth one, 2x is equal to minus 5y. Same thing, I don't want anything on the right hand side. I'll shift it over here. It is negative now. After shifting it will become plus 5y is equal to 0. Now I can write over here plus c because I want to compare with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to what? 2. B is equal to what? 5 and C is equal to 0. Okay my dear students, so with this I hope you all are getting what is happening. Now I go to question number 6. 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now you can see the second coefficient, second variable is missing. So I will write 3x plus 0y plus 2 is equal to 0. Again the same thing, comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to 3, b is equal to 0, c is equal to 2. Okay my dear students, I hope you all are getting. Nothing difficult as such. Y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here again, here we have 0x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Again the same thing, comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to 0, b is equal to 1, b is the coefficient of y, c is equal to minus 2. Okay my dear students, I hope all is going fine. 8th question. 5 is equal to 2x. Don't get bothered. You are shifting 2x. So when I shift 2x, that will become minus 2x. Y is not to be seen. So plus 0y. 5 I am not shifting. Plus 5 is equal to 0. Simple. Again the same thing. Comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to what? Minus 2. B is equal to 0. C is equal to 5. That is all my dear students. So I hope this exercise is quite clear for you all people. This is not at all difficult. Okay. So I stop over here and soon we will come together for exercise 4.2 my dear students. Okay. Stay home, stay safe and most importantly stay happy my dear students. See you all soon. Bye.